Hi, this is Erika Howsare. I'm going to read an excerpt from my chapbook, Several Circles, which is coming out soon from Dancing Girl. At noon, a somnolence of birds, visible decay of the contrails. The day insists on being clear. The aliveness of the dust on the attic steps, the studio rug, the canner. He brings me seconds. We learn to hold our ideas lightly. How that shed door must swing open, clap shut through the days when we're not home. Showing John, some peppers have 4 chambers, some have 3. The potentialities of a gesture, of future, precise moments, when seeds come up. The flats are in the greenhouse, biding their time. I water them once or twice a day, casually checking for those tight springs of white-green, straining against their own curvature just at soil level, the signal that a sprout is about to unfurl. Potential energy, a vertical character. When I spot them, it usually feels like the event has happened in some unknowable past. But sometimes we can know for sure that it has happened only within the last few hours, and the essential surprise of occurrence spreads its hands. Intentions of a long-legged insect, the immediate future of a tire track in mud. Why did the pileated choose that route among the trees? All that is influenced, imitative, a language learned. John gave me 2 books about clouds. A little box turtle in the road, dead but not crushed, some plates missing from its shell. A woman we know is growing a type of goose-necked pumpkin. A person stood in the middle of the bridge over the rockfish talking on the phone, imagining a photo of a pumpkin with a dress on. Sounds can be labeled as hearing. His clothes hung over the rail, netting pollen. Last year's wild grapevine tendrils threaded through the screen. Their ruined shadows slide down the curtain when it lofts inward. Breeze nudging the long plume of toilet paper. Mass added or shed in the night. Minerals make more of their forms and paste them onto crowns. Character refracts speech. If we looked for many years, she said, in carefully painted leaves, we would begin to see and paint tiny little boxes between the surface veins. Tiny ants exit a hole in the wall. A week later, inch-long ants from the same hole. Big logs on trucks coming down the hollow. Richard says his cancer is rust on a man of steel. The prickly pear's 2 new lobes like hare's ears, taking the lonesome comfort of dogs barking a quarter-mile off. Deer under the power lines, blight traveling up the vines. Behind our trees, immediate volumes, flat backdrop of Crawford Knob, its leafy surface blue like a postcard. Wondering where the cat is. Dusty Miller pinned to the bedroom wall. Her pink tongue languorous on my fingertip. Abandoned nest of wrens in the sill, tunnel-shaped. They raised a late brood that fledged into the rhododendrons. She twists her head to smell the breeze, learning that birds find water by sound. One of his hares lying in a beam. The birds got all the Concord grapes. Gnats smeared in the upper corner of the wall. A happiness that is not dependent on our experience. The porch swing does the twist after we stand up. How enchanted I was to see for the first time a chickadee singing its Phoebe song. The 4 notes were earnestly, carefully made like a carving from balsa. Blisters on thumbs from mowing, healed at last, time to mow again. Tiny and very slow, also cyclical events. This year's new stickweed, now 6 inches tall, grows between and around last year's fibrous bone-colored stems, events that deform trees. The origin and the destination of the thoughts that die. We couldn't live without this. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't see anything if we could see everything. The cat sniffs the edge of the doorframe. When she's upturned on my lap, I picture both of us as skeletons. May I be peaceful. May John be peaceful. Chainsaw sound, muddy from echoing down 1/2 mile of hollow. When I walk around the land, I secure myself like a rabbit in copses and canopies, distracted by a fever of detail. The question of happiness drifts around the yard, fills the house, empties the house. Understanding is not analysis. It is the acceptance of time, wind causing a secondary rain inside the trees. Thanks for listening, everybody.